Hey friends, I didn't look, it's probably, he leaves for work at 1:30, it's probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, and my humans all left. They are mowing the compound because we have caught a lot of rain, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day, there's a break in the rain, so we thought we needed to mow while we can. We got more rain last night, and I'm walking past the herb garden, which I think that there'll be another break in the rain tomorrow, so we can get into the herb garden and pull out the little bit of weed. There's not really many weeds in here, but there's patches of weeds. And so I thought I would show you as I walk by. Anyway, since the guys are gone, I have to go check on the system that we kind of jerry-rigged in the greenhouse to flow with the hydroponic system. So I'm checking on that, and I'm going to go through the herb garden with you a little bit, and I'll show you the update. So here you can see this is all dill. This is all cilantro that reseeded itself from last year. And we're actually gonna let this all go to seed. So one, we can have seed for the fall, and two, we can have coriander. And it's kind of pretty. So I actually might chop a little bit just as some pretty. This little bit right through here is open, and it is just weed, so that can get hoed. There's a little bit more of the cilantro. These are our garlic chives that are still here. You can see the huge pile of oregano through here. Looks like there's still some more lemon balm. These are the cilantro leaves everybody knows and loves. These little guys are just what happens the next year when it goes to seed. Still smells good. Shout out to Kiri and all of my, she's gonna get a kick out of this because we had to chop cilantro the last time I saw her. And then that little bit down there, this is all lemon balm. So I wanted to let it grow some more, and since it has, I will actually pull that, chop some off tomorrow and put some more in the dehydrator. Lettuce, just a little patch of lettuce left. Bok choy, it's the easiest stuff in the world to grow, and the pigs love it and the cows love it. And I actually found a little surprise down here. We had seeded some other kinds of bok choy too, and it is just now popping up. So we've got a little bit down here. We actually planted over it because we didn't think any of it had come up. So we planted beans in the middle of it. There's more green beans. They're coming, they're coming. He planted another row of green beans yesterday. There's some more bok choy. Zinnias that have repotted themselves from last year. And then actually the end of the herb garden actually ends, maybe I'll see that black plastic. So those tall weeds are actually on the outside of the herb garden. We don't have, I've got brick over the front of it. I didn't know how much brick to buy, and we did not get enough for the back of it right here. So we need to fix that. And then all these weeds are really at the very most edge. Anyway, you can see these light guys right here. Those are all zinnias that have come back. This is a green beans. Oh, there's green beans on it. What? No way. No way. Okay. Weed. Somebody fought with me the other day online. I think it's hilarious. And they were calling something a weed. And I was like, well, for me, it's not a weed. See, look at this green bean. I will eat you right now. It's kind of dirty. There's a couple more though. Look, little baby green beans. Definition of a weed. And then she's like, that's not the actual definition of a weed. I was like, yeah, go look it up. And then when she looked it up and posted it online for me to, to try and prove me wrong, that's literally what it said. So this guy fell over. Pretty purple flowers on my green beans. The definition of a weed is a plant that's not where you want it to be. Oh my gosh, so yummy. So yummy. If you have green beans and they're growing in the middle of your herb garden or in the middle of your tomato plants, and that's not where you want them, that's a weed for you. Oh my mint. There's lots of people that think dandelions are weeds. There's lots of people that think dandelions aren't. They have a purpose. If they're in a place where you don't want them to be, it's a weed. It's not where it needs to be. We had volunteer potatoes from last year. So these are the volunteer potatoes that I think we need to get mound up a little bit more. I might do that tomorrow because they would grow more if we mound them up. And they're crowding out my peas, which we did have some peas really close. Those are not thick enough. You see how they're not thick enough? Now, again, another online freak out the other day. Oh, this one is. Yeah, I'll eat that guy. And this person went through and like picked all of their peas, and they were flat like this, and then they were crying because, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I wanted like shelling peas, or I bought shelling peas, and then I got these little pods like this. Okay, so you can eat the pods like this. That is an aphid, my friends. You even see it there? Bad juju. I'm gonna have to get something out here to eat them. Anyway, so they just had a fit because of, you know, and I said, you're picking them too early. They all start out way thin, and they get thicker as they grow. Just leave them alone. And yeah, people were freaking out. I'm like, come on, guys. Oh, here's another good one. Where did you go? This one's a good one. See how nice and thick that is? They're not huge yet, but those are good and sweet peas. So, and yeah, I just threw my shells. Nobody cares. Some more mint, some more volunteer potatoes, another volunteer potato, some more mint. I think there's different kinds here. Anyway, and then it looks like that's the second round of peas that my child planted, and we did crooked plants, some over there too. So that's all coming up. Welcome to the stress mess. This actually doesn't stress me out. This is a mess that actually doesn't stress me out. Look, my rhubarb is popping. I actually trimmed the crap out of this lavender. It's still ridiculous. And my elderberry is coming. More lettuce. We might actually let that go to seed so that we can get more seeds. Curly willow for my favorite friend, Carrie. This guy. I think this one's a wineberry. Or not a golden berry. Double golden raspberry. Tags. I want to get one of those tag printers. Oh, another for my friend Carrie. Look at all of the beautiful comfrey. Oh, there's a strawberry or two in there. I think that one of these guys still has a few heads that haven't come up yet. Anyway, here is, I hear the tinkling. These are my lilacs, some more, that one, perpetual state. Anyway, here is, oh, it's tinkling very little. And they all need water. Okay, so this is the return. This is how we're getting it. This is the clean bucket. He told me, don't pinch my fingers. Let's see if I can set this up somewhere. It's probably not gonna work well. I have to dump it into this bucket, which also doesn't work well because, well, we're gonna do it this way just for a couple times to see. This is very unsteady. We have a new, oh yeah, that's bad. We have a new bucket that, shit. It has a handle on it that he's gonna end up fixing today, I think, but we'll just do, ta-da, goes in there. Those are my good scissors. A little shyster. These are really good scissors, especially for like pruning tomatoes. I've got one other pair that's the next size smaller. And then he found a whole bunch of trees. Holy cow. I thought that he was gonna plant like 5. He planted them all. Hey, so if anybody needs maple trees, we got them. And then here, we'll go down and show the other ones a little bit. So let me get this one all filled up, and then we will go explain what is going on here. Oh, leave it to Angie, okay? You might get mad at me. See all the water? Oh, okay. So what I did was I just used the bucket, and I just started filling and filling and filling and scooping and filling. And I did not give it time to drain. So she overflowed a little bit and got all over me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So we're gonna leave that there. Comes out this pipe and goes into the top of here. Oh, there's we call them Jenny. See my little friend right there? harmful. They're just creepy as shit. And as you can hear, and you can see it's dripping right down in there. So it's coming out of here, dripping down in there. He changes these little filters that he's made up. Ew. All right, well, that's me. I have a penny in my pocket. That's odd. I am not gonna try and water this. He will water it when he gets up here. These are all of our we've got a couple more buckets. They are, peach trees. I need to trim that guy too, because there's no point in having sticks out here. But this is this is the hydroponic setup. We just took them out. That's probably a squash bug. We took them out I actually started them in dirt and soil. And that's why he's got, so you can see the soil in there, and that's why he has all of these filters, because the dirt has stayed in a little bit. But look how big they are. Started these guys from seed. I know it wasn't in February, March or April. He has it set to an absolute flipping trickle. It just, well, that one's not even coming out. I wonder if any of these are. Well, I don't know. But it's still draining back, so it has to be pumping somewhere. And they're all up and happy. He looks like he was taking some of these down to maybe put them in the right spot. I don't know what he's doing. I'll have to ask him. But we have these set up. We strung, it's actually baling twine. And then these hang down, so it becomes one of these. And then what you do is you put them right here. Oh, goodness. Put them down here and you clip it like this. And it holds them upright. And then you kind of spiral them up as they go. And then down on here, he's got a little nursery tray. And this is how you know it's still running. There's still water coming out of this somehow. Anyway, I'm going to mess with his stuff and he's going to be mad at me. Oh, I already did. This is for you, Carrie. This was in one of the plants that he sent me. I think it was in one of maybe the wineberries. I don't know. And so my child is like, hey, I know that can be one of these. It's probably a cucumber or something. Can I plant it? I said, sure. And then all of these, this was some kind of tree, I think. It came out of somewhere. He did now. Good. We don't need to keep him in there anymore. But some dill that has grown itself. Pepper plants. Okay, friends. All of these pepper plants. Do you see all of them? Because I'll count. 1, 2, 3, and a couple of them. I mean, you can see some of them. Looks like they got eaten or something. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. So there's 17 trays right here. And where did they come from? They came from a pepper that we bought at the store. 17 trays. What did he count? 130, 103. I think originally, because there's a couple more there. We probably have a couple somewhere else. Came from just a pepper that we got at Walmart. Free food. Now, do I exactly know what kind they're going to grow out to be? No, he's planted red, green, and yellow peppers maybe. We don't usually buy green peppers. We usually buy the colored ones. I feel like they're a little sweeter. But yeah, free food, my friends. Free food. And then what do we have over here? Our snowberries. Ew. Snowberries, so pretty. Not edible, but just pretty. And all of our peach trees. Again, free. Every single one of these peach trees. Actually, they're double free because I didn't even have to pay for the original peach. That they came from the peach farm the last year that I worked there. So these are all trees planted from the peach farm. And then I have I've got 2 more of these I have to go get. And I have no idea what that guy is, but it's pretty. There's a wasp underneath there. And this, we're gonna work on this tomorrow. This is bindweed. Bindweed is my nemesis. Our grapes have grapes. I know it's an oddity, but they do. This grape, see if I can, see how he's going up, kind of up everywhere. More bindweed that's like trying to come out and just eat me. So that grape, I bought about 9 grapes one time, and we actually planted them clear out there. It's kind of at the end of where we had our garden, where we thought that we were going to have grapes, you know, kind of out of the way. Grapes are something that is a viney thing. And okay, still dribbling. I'm leaving. So planted it way out there. Then the electric company came through and they were trimming electrical, like they trim electrical wires. That's not what they do. They trim everything underneath the electrical wires for 10 feet on both sides. So, and you can see we have an electrical wire that's like, it runs right here. And then it comes over to a pole kind of in the corner, and then it goes over to our neighbor's house. So where'd they come from? They were headed over to the pole that's over here. Anyway, they came through. We have a second kind of a little dip driveway over here. We rarely use it. And what they did, hi, Spiggles. We told them that most of the time, if anybody needs to get to things like that, they go through our neighbor's field over here. It's usually not a problem. Well, me being a girl and them being men, decided I didn't have a damn clue what I was talking about. So they decided to drive through our pasture over here and directly over my grapevines. Needless to say, I was one unhappy young lady that day. Drove right over their grapevines. So anyway, we have since tried to find them and dig a couple up. And that is one of the ones that I planted. So that would have been like, 5-6 years ago that we planted those. What, Diesel? So I was really unhappy that day. I actually ended up sending an email to somebody online saying like how I thought I was really irritated that I specifically told them how to get to our back pole, and they specifically didn't listen to me, and they went through my yard and drove over my grapevines, and they were newly planted. They didn't have a fence up yet. They were, it was very freshly planted. And the guy that's in charge of everybody actually came out the next morning, which was a Saturday morning, and talked to us about it and looked at the damage. He didn't give us anything for it, he just said, they're contractors and we'll talk to them. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So that is that. We were trying to revive it and save it. But if you ever really wanted to, this goes back to a video I did the other day. And for everybody who just throws a fit about, I can't for this and I can't for that. And my daughter does TikTok, and one of the TikTok, I don't know, sayings, that's not the right word, little blurbs is, I cannot, and with her Malinois, and they're like, no, you cannot. And that's kind of reminds me of everybody right now, and all of their like, well, I can't do this, and I just can't do that, and I can't do anything else. Okay, then don't. Like, what do you want me to say? If I really don't want to walk through my human's pile of crap. This is all junk. Yikes. They have projects. I don't know that this project will ever get finished, and let's hope that maybe it gets to somebody else's house to get finished. Oh, there's a very nice, again, free. We were just talking about that. Check out the oak tree. They've got an oak tree that needs to get, that's where that lid came from, that needs to get, I'm stepping in metal now. I'm gonna break a ankle. Maybe. I see no screws. I didn't know this was up here. Just trying to get back home. Get one pepper, spend $1.25, plant all the seeds. Baby peppers. Like this. I just found an oak tree. Let the oak tree grow. You have an oak tree. This is also a lot of weeds that need to get gone. And we'll probably work a little bit more on getting stuff out of the house, because the more that we can carry, then the less I have to pay somebody else to carry. So that's today. I have to get back to sewing, and then I'm going to do some more shed stuff. My humans, it's been raining, so they basically, I'm going to say, quote, cleaned the gutters. They cleaned all the stuff off the roof and left all the stuff on the ground. So they had some place to be. They'll get there, and then when they get home tonight and tomorrow, they will be cleaning all of that mess up. So off to more work. Quit saying you can't and just do it.